Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. We are on season 6, episode number 5. Tonight's the Songs edition. Andy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm cold, but I'm good.
It's chilly here in Minnesota. For you, those of you listening, though, around the nation, wherever you are, hopefully it's not that cold here as where we are. But we're going to do an album review tonight, and we have some other concert tour information coming up post-show. But we're going to... Today's 12/12. It's December 12th. And
one of our favorite relatives we're going to talk about today.
Uncle. We're going to talk about Uncle Ted.
Yes.
Ted Nugent, a favorite, of course, here on the show. And the album we're going to review is Cat Scratch Fever tonight.
There he is.
There's Uncle Ted.
There he is.
And let me get rid of this banner here just to give us a little more space so we can see his ugly mug.
So we can appreciate the locks. Look at that hair.
Great flow.
Nice
great
stash.
Salad. Cat Scratch Fever is the third studio album by American rock musician Ted Nugent.
Christ, his eyes are whiter than his teeth.
Yes, it is. Released May of 1977 on Epic Records. Vocalist Derek St. Holmes, who had left the band during the recording of the album Free For All, had come back for touring in 76 and was again the principal lead singer on this album. It was the last studio album to feature bassist Rob Grange. A commercial success, the album was certified multi-platinum. And in fact, let me check it out. I think it was 3 times platinum. Multi-platinum. And then Nugent released his next album, Double Live Gonzo, the following year. So Ted was working as a solo artist, got signed with Epic, did 3 albums. The debut, the Free For All in 1976, and then 77 was Cat Scratch Fever. Followed that up with the Double Live Gonzo, which was a live recording in 1978. So once again, the timing of Ted, with rock music in the early to mid 70s taking off, Ted Nugent taking off, it was huge. Here's the track listing. Cat Scratch Fever, the title track, is first. Song 2 is Wang Dang Sweet Poontang. Song 3, Death by Misadventure. 4 is Live It Up. Live It Up is also written by Derek St. Holmes. All the rest of these songs are, basically all Nugent himself. Song 5 is an instrumental called Homebound. Ted likes his instrumentals usually once an album. Yes. It seems like he throws that in. Next song is Working Hard, Playing Hard. Next song is Sweet Sally. Next song is 1,000 Knives. Next song, Fist Fightin' Son of a Gun, and Out of Control. So, Andy, what we've got here is 10 songs, 1 instrumental. So 9 songs and an instrumental. Derek St. Holmes sings 6 of the songs. Ted Nugent is the lead vocals on 3. So Nugent sings Sweet Sally, Wang Dang, and Cat Scratch Fever. So once again, this is Ted Nugent's song, so they don't release a lot of songs as singles that Derek St. Holmes sings. It's usually his own. It's really a heavy focus on himself. He sings 3 songs. Derek St. Holmes sings 6. And then there's an instrumental. There's only 2 singles released off this. Cat Scratch Fever in July of 77. And Andy, get this. January of 78, he released Homebound. The instrumental was released as a single. I didn't know that.
That's Ted for you.
He releases an instrumental playing guitar. Good stuff. I have no complaints. It's rare. I guess.
Interesting. You can brash like Ted and do that.
Yes. And the genre here is hard rock. The length of this album is 38 minutes, 16 seconds, released on Epic label. So those are the songs. There's what he did. Now the personnel.
Wait, you said it was a 38-minute album?
Let's see, 38 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah, so 4 minutes a song, 10 of them. Boom, 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 boom. That includes an instrumental in there. So
you put it in, press play with the cassette. You flip it on over, or the album, flip it over. You're done. It's a smooth, fast. He gets to the point. There's no monkeying around. Ted Nugent, Here's the personnel: Nugent, lead guitar and lead vocals on those 3 songs. Derek St. Holmes, lead vocals on those 6 songs. Also does rhythm guitar. Rob Grange on bass and Cliff Davies on drums. Cliff Davies. So what they did, and I'm not really a fan of this, Andy, but this came out in 77. In 1999, they had a CD reissue with including bonus tracks.
Yeah, not a
And
fan.
here's the bonus tracks. Cat Scratch Fever and Wang Dang, both released as live versions. That's it. That's
not a bonus track. That's just
a live that's just a live version of a song already on the thing. So it's not a big seller there as far as getting extra bonus and demo tracks and whatnot. It's just 2 live songs. So, I mean, that's really it. It went 3 times platinum, and the song "Sweet Sally" I like. The ones that Derek St. Holmes sang, they're still good. They're okay. They're nothing to write home about. The songs are good. I find myself listening to the Ted Nugent guitar work on those other songs, but they're not the strong songs. Are not that strong. His are the strong songs. So that's why Ted is Ted.
Yes.
That's all I've got. Very good stuff. But, this was 1977. He did the double live next, which was the big thing taking off. Kiss really started with the double live in 1975. And then it just took off after that. But Nugent's still around today on various social media. We won't get into his political leanings or his political posts, but if you want to follow him, very good, entertaining guy to follow. Love his music. I've seen him live only one time on stage. Excellent stuff. If you're a fan, got to get in. If not, if you already have it, go back and give it a re-listen. How about yourself, Andy? Was this
the
part
reason
of
for the re-release in the 90s? They were just getting ready to do that was the core of the damn Yankees stuff. He was kind of redoing his career.
Okay.
So a lot of that stuff came out, which no fault of his own. You're hot, you release the stuff, make the buck. I get it.
Just a little, give it a little boost, huh? Yep.
Got a lot of Big Brothers hand-me-downs on Ted Nugent. Very much later, but it's one of those things. If you're listening to Ted, the neighbor's also listening to Ted, if you know what I'm saying. So I heard a lot of Ted Nugent growing up, not by choice, just because it was in the other room. So,
and if anyone attended these shows back in the day, leave comments below.
Yeah,
Ted Nugent put on some of the best, most phenomenal shows back in the day. We were too young to attend anything like this, but some wild stuff.
Too, yeah.
The outdoor concerts, they're still available on YouTube. If you do some heavy searching and do some deep diving, you could find some wild things out there about Ted from the mid-70s.
All right, here we go. I got a few things for us. Gonna start with some birthdays. We like to work in our transitions here.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Friday the 13th, Uncle Ted's birthday, 76 years old.
Wow.
Does it get any better than Friday the 13th for Uncle Ted's birthday?
Friday the 13th is tomorrow. 76. Happy birthday, Uncle Ted.
Now, here's one. A gentleman turned 71, and I would not think he was only 5 years younger than Ted, but Bruce from Kiss. It's going to be 71. Part of a trivia question.
Okay.
What 2 members of Kiss never wore makeup?
It must be Bruce Kulick.
And Mark St. John. He was on the Animalize album.
The late Mark St. John.
Yeah, he did the one album that was Animalize. They were makeup free. So those were the 2 who never did makeup. So
okay.
In case you're on Jeopardy and it comes up.
And Bruce's brother was Bob Kulick, right?
Yeah, Bob was a very talented guitarist, passed away years ago, but very, very talented. He had stories to a connection. So, all right, getting back to Ted's stuff here. Pantera did a cover, the heavy metal band Pantera, for their Detroit Rock City CD soundtrack. Their version peaked at number 40 on Main Street Rock chart. Nugent criticized the version, claiming it was exceedingly white. No soul, no balls, no feel. Caucasian all the way.
Oh, Ted. I have
Yeah.
never heard that quote.
And the song was covered by Motorhead on their 1992 album March or Die. The song was reworked by a band called The Replacements as Gary's Got a Boner on their 1984 album Let It Be. Now, your homework assignment is early 80s. The Replacements are, because we keep it local here, a local band. Your homework is, I vaguely remember hearing the name The Replacements. And as I was looking at this, like, yeah, I think I remember hearing them from Minneapolis. I couldn't tell you a person or a song until I read this. And even then, I'm like, I got nothing. So your
Yeah, I
homework
think
is,
they were just out of our wheelhouse. I never followed them either, and they were right here in our backyard.
yeah. So comment below. Also, if you ever heard or a fan or knew of someone who's a fan of The Replacements, or if you're one of the members, let us know.
Awesome.
All right, I was looking up this one on my computer the other day at work on break.
Wow.
Wink. Here we go. At age 3, a child should be able to count to 4 and recognize the letters A through G.
Okay.
At which time the child should be fully qualified to be a professional bass guitarist.
Exactly.
There you go. Just saying. Just saying. Hybrid Theory, a tribute to Linkin Park with special guests and One for All and Cobb, Metallica and Korn tributes respectively, playing tomorrow night at the Doghouse. So there's a triple bill for you on Friday the 13th.
Oh, yes.
Won't be as good as you and I, who are going to be at the Thunderstruck show at Medina, but, you know.
Yeah, Thunderstruck, looking forward to that. You've seen them before. I have not. They're a tribute band for AC/DC out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes. Ace Frehley, February 7th, up at Monoman at Shooting Star Casino.
That's a drive, but boy, that could be worth it if anyone was up in the area for that time of the year. That would be a good show to see.
Now, Dan, I'm speaking to you and Lynn on this one. The good Lord willing, you can go snowmobiling afterwards, spend the night at the casino.
Well, they've got good snowmobiling up there. And I was just thinking about that myself. That'd be a good way to tie that into the show.
Yes.
That's pretty far north.
Make a trip out of it. Just saying.
It may have to happen.
The 90s VMA tour featuring NSYNC, Eminem, Britney Spears, Madonna, Spice Girls, TLC, Backstreet Boys, Destiny's Child, Weezer, Oasis, Blink-182, Ricky Martin, No Doubt, Tupac, Smash Mouth, and more. I just running out of breath there. By a group called Full House. They do all these 90s dance parties with DJ Manny Duke. They'll be at Medina January 25th.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure the floor will be open for dancing and butt shaking.
Yeah, that would be for our age, Andy. I'd get a spot in the railing there and watch. Just the people watching could be.
The people watching would be worth the price of admission alone, in my opinion.
With all of these
Yes.
bands, all these music artists involved, with DJ Manny Duke.
Yes. Steve Perry, ex-Journey singer, has announced the return to live shows and is promising new music and a potential tour next year. So we'll see how that one works out. He's been saying that for a while, but I think the VMA or the Hall of Fame Awards and stuff like that kind of got the juices flowing again. Wouldn't be surprised if we popped an album out next year. And with Spotify and stuff like that now, he doesn't need to do a whole album. Do like 3 songs. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
Quench our thirst.
Yes, fair enough.
And also, rare sighting here, Johnny and Waylon Jennings. These guys are a tribute band, Johnny Cash tribute and a Waylon Jennings tribute. Bill and Michael Hall, they do their deal there. They are going to be at in Delano, so just check them out. 21st at the Delano Legion, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Now we've had Jay on before, who does the Church of Cash. This is a different Johnny Cash tribute, but still, if you like Johnny and Waylon, Delano Legion,
that could be very interesting, especially seeing these guys at a Legion. I love it.
Legion just down the street from me here, about 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. So stop by and say hi. Guns N' Roses is teasing a massive 2025 world tour. They'll be starting in Europe, doing a lot of stuff. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow.
I don't know. I think theirs might be a lot of spread out dates, kind of like the AC/DC one. Like they're not going to do like Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, St. Louis. Might be more spread out. I think. I'm guessing. Then again, they could fill a Michigan's football stadium if they wanted to for 100,000 people, and you know. All right, Iron Maiden's drummer Nico McBrien up and just kind of retired the other day. Lots of good words coming out from other bands, other fans, wishing him the best. But I think it's just one of those things he just had to get away for a little bit. So it'll be his final gig with Mandy, said on December 7th. Wish the band much success moving on. I am, however, remain firmly a part of the Iron Man family, working on a variety of projects. So I think he's probably just getting off the road more than anything else.
And those guys keep so busy that they just had the new album out.
Yep.
Tours and everything else, and he's got his side project, so I can only imagine.
Yep. You get to the certain point where you're not 21 anymore. And I got one more thing. I got a few more things, but just one more thing here. Just want to make an announcement. We put this on Facebook. All members of Minnesota-based cover and tribute bands, we are looking for you to be a guest on the show. Talk college football bowl games. No show date is set yet. Even if we don't do a show, comment below, or there's my email address, andy@sportsandsongspodcast.com. What are your picks for the Gopher game and for the bowl games? You can go through the whole bracket. Tell us your final four, just who you want as a winner. Just send them in. It'll be good banter. We can plug you and your band and mention your team and go from there. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. A little cross-branding there.
Yeah, we like to do that. With our we got the sports show we do weekly, the songs episode we do weekly, and we found out over the years that a lot of them are very interesting. They have interest in both, and so they do cross over.
Every now and then we'll put a sports post up, and some of the singers like it. Some of the band stuff goes up, and some of the baseball players like it. So it's kind of a cross a little bit.
We're finding this out. It's a very interesting demographic, certainly.
Yes.
Now, Andy, speaking of Ted Nugent on that 1999 reissue, guess who did the production of the 99 reissue CD? Bruce Dickinson. No, Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. Yes.
And I forgot about it in my notes, but when you mentioned the Iron Maiden, I just thought, I think I had one other juicy nugget there. I
was putting all this back in together. See how we tie everything together in a nice little pretty bow?
There's always
Ted
good
Nugent,
segues.
It was his birthday. We talked about Iron Man's drummer. Oh, hey, Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden did Ted's album. See? Here to educate.
It's a small world. Here to educate. All right. Anything else, Andy, that you can think of? We'll be at the Thunderstruck show tomorrow night.
Stop by, say hi. You'll see us there. We'll be you'll know we're there.
And keep in mind, here in the Twin Cities, AC/DC for their world tour is opening at US Bank Stadium next year. It's going to be US AC/DC. They're opening their concert, first one.
April, yep.
April.
I think tickets are on sale this weekend for that. So if you have a couple $1,000 sitting around doing nothing, knock yourself out.
It will be spendy, yes, of course.
One more thing, that's why I comment on after last week's show. We mentioned Tom Petty and how the tribute band Free Fallin' was playing at Medina. Just by chance, the next day, Lisa from the commissary won tickets to that. She was trying to win tickets to the AC/DC show in April, lost, got the second place prize. So we went. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, or CSNY as they like to be called.
Okay.
We're there. They did a good job. Not a big Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young fan, but I appreciate the music, the harmony, the instrumental.
Good talent.
May not be a fan of the lyrics, but I could appreciate it. The group that did the Tom Petty, they did a great job, incredible job. It was their last show of the year. They've already put out their new tour for next year, but they're taking the rest of the year off. If you're a Tom Petty fan, you would really enjoy the show a lot. It's really in your wheelhouse.
Tribute band called Free Fallin'.
Free Fallin'. They have one gal who comes out and does a couple of Joni Mitchell songs. Back to the Crosby, Stills, and Nash Young. And Miguel comes out with this Joni Mitchell songs because she's kind of embraced with that group. If you had more songs, homework for you there.
Sure. Interesting.
But the Tom Petty group, they were really good. When the Crosby, Stills, Nash Young group was up there, we're talking to the security guy. For that band alone, they had 41 different guitars up on stage. Because the sounds for Crosby, Stills, and they changed so much from guitar to guitar. He goes, for a concert, you don't have time to retune one.
So they're all they're set up, they're tuned up and set on the side, ready to be pulled. But on their shows, they have to have 41 on
guitars
stage, ready to go. I did not know that.
Just incredible.
Well, it's good information. We're here to educate, of course, right?
Yes, that's what we do.
All right, have a good week, everyone. Leave your questions or comments below in the comment section. See you next week.